What is good, you guys?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
All right.
You
Like, what's up with you?
Yeah.
No, but what's good, you guys? It is your two favorite brothers of Christ and family with us today.
Man.
Yes.
On the mics, the Godly
On the
Gangster
mic.
Gang.
Godly Gangster Gang.
Christian Gangster Street
Christian
Ministry.
Gangster. How you gonna you jumping ahead, Jay? What did you do?
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Christian
Y'all
Gangster.
crazy.
I'm sorry.
Y'all is crazy.
Christian Gangster.
Street Ministry. Okay. Just fast forward. Okay.
You did it though. You did great, pal. So what's up, you guys? We are back again for another installment of Christian Love. As we told y'all, we was coming back to back with some packed episodes, and as y'all can see, we have some more family with us here on today. But before they introduce themselves, Kelly, did you have anything you wanted to add real quick?
No, not really. Other than just come with your ears wide open, ready to hear some info, and just enjoy the ride. So here we go.
Cool.
Absolutely. So that being said, y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves. How long y'all been married and how did y'all meet?
Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Salika Wallace. We've been married going on 5 years come July the 9th. It'll be
Okay.
5 years.
Oh,
How did we? Oh, you go ahead with the meeting.
Well, we met at actually we worked
Say your name
together.
first.
Well, I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. My name is Marcus Wallace. Told y'all I ain't good at this, man.
It's
but
all
anyway,
right. It's all right.
you're doing great.
But anyway, we met at a place we both worked at called Dole Fresh Vegetables in Bessemer City. We pretty much got together there. At the time, I was in my whole stage. Just being honest with you, I'm just gonna be honest with you now. I mean, y'all won't.
It is what it is.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't saved. You know what I'm saying? I was
Okay.
doing what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I ran across her, the rest of them, I just shut them down. So, it was. I guess you want to say. Well, I ain't gonna say love at first sight, but it was at the same time. There was something there that I couldn't let go of. So, I ended up pursuing her to the point of where we got married.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, because you actually answered our next question, and it was wait, maybe not. Because so when y'all got together, y'all both were not saved, or you was just the unsaved one?
No, well, I'm gonna tell you this. This is what happened. This is what happened with me. I believe she was saved, but no. Well, I don't. I'm gonna let her speak. I'm gonna let her tell that. But for me, what had happened was and we speaking real here, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes,
I was
sir.
in prison. When I was in prison, I had rededicated. I gotten saved, and well, I'm gonna say this. I started to pursue to live for Christ. I can't say that I was actually saved, but I was, was hanging out with the Christians there, doing the Bible study and this or that, those things I was doing. But I can't say that I was saved because when I got out, I was pursuing women and this, that, and the other. I didn't get saved until after, I think it was 2013. I ain't been, 2013. The church was on their way to the beach, and before the night before, they had something at the church, and I don't know, the Holy Spirit, just come over me. He says you need to be saved, and I gave my life to Christ then. And when we got to the beach, it was funny. When we got to the beach, pastor was baptizing people. I was nowhere in that lineup, and I'm dressed to the T. I had my nice looking, shorts on, with the matching shirt and, the nice looking shoes and everything, I was straight. And the Lord said, you need to be baptized. And I had to take, I had to jump in that water with them nice clothes.
Man.
But anyway, that's pretty much how it happened for me. I got saved then. And even after that, I still wasn't like perfect. but a lot of the things, I guess we never really are, but at the same time, a lot of things that I was doing, you know, I stopped doing. So I guess it was a development stage is what I was going through and what I'm still going through. And I was, you know, of course I wasn't drinking or smoking or doing any things like that, but I stopped with the women and things of that nature. And I did slip a couple of times. I'm be honest with you on that. But I mean, I don't know, it just gradually just stopped. It wasn't a immediate stop for me. It wasn't an immediate stop of everything for me. So again, I guess, you know, I look at it as I was being developed. The more I heard the word, the more I wanted to do the word, the more the word convicted me, you know what I'm saying, to do, you know, what I needed to do. And, you know, so here I am today, married with to this young lady. So
awesome. Awesome. And how about you, Miss Wallace? Tell us about you.
Okay. When I met him, I was actually dating someone, and I was struggling with that because I wasn't doing right. He actually was living in my household back and forth, and I was struggling with that because I was like how apostles speak, how some people be in church, because I was over the choir at, you know, at my church. But I'm still, you know, I was being like, you need to do better, do right. But I couldn't let it go. And so it was a struggle for me. And so when I met Marcus, I wasn't feeling him because I heard from the get-go he was a dog. And I was like, oh, no.
Not the dog.
Yes. And I was like, okay. I was like, nah. But more and more we talked, and then he started talking about God, and I was like, oh, okay, something up with this.
Yeah.
I need to pay attention. Yeah. And so the more and more we talked, and then I finally, the former guy, I just totally cut him off altogether. I was like, this is it. And so then he and I started talking a little more, like it was going to be long term. And especially when and I can't remember to the day what it was he quoted, but he would always see me off. I was working third. Was it working third? No,
shift. It was third.
Third. Yeah. And so he would always see me off. And it was that morning he spoke something to me, and it was like, wow, one of my wow moments. And I was like, I know this definitely has to be of God. So I was like, okay, I got to get it together for real.
Yeah.
But, you know, I had cut that former off, but still, I needed to get myself where I needed to be, you know, developed from that situation into where I needed to be with God. So
that's awesome. And I definitely understand that portion of having that lingering person and then finally making that decision. I was in the same situation, and no, I'm not married just yet, but I understand what you're saying. Okay. So I get you in that regard. So by the time you guys were married, though, were you guys saved, or is you know, did you rededicate after the marriage, or when was everything happening?
No, I was saved before we were married. Okay. Trying to see. I mean, I wasn't because everything had stopped. Everything that I was doing that I, you know, in man's eyes would look, I mean, just, you shouldn't be doing this as a Christian. I had pretty much stopped. So we were we was together for how long before we got?
Oh goodness!
About 3
years, 4 years.
No, we ain't been that long.
It was 3 years.
We haven't been together no 3 years before we got married.
Got some discrepancies.
It was more like right. It was probably about a year. little over a year.
Okay.
Before we got married. But anyway, I mean, I'll run the dates down to you later on. We gonna talk about that right now.
That's a discrepancy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's I was saved, and again, still in development stage, whatnot. And you know, I still got some stuff I'm working on. You know, one of the things I can have an attitude at times. You know, quick to flip. You know, which ain't a good thing to do, of course, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I can just be easily agitated at times. And that's just something, you know, that I'm monitoring within this walk very closely, because I know, you know, certain things can push a button and I can, you know, I immediately go into flip mode.
Absolutely. So, cool.
I wanted to know, like, I mean, clearly y'all pretty much already said it, but the next question was gonna be, what was the difference between this relationship and your previous relationship? But y'all kind of already made it clear. If y'all want to answer it, y'all can. So do y'all.
Yeah. Well, with myself, okay, the guy I was dating went to church and claimed to be saved, but that was not the case, you know. It was nowhere near what he's tried to speak of himself. So
okay.
That one that I was with was a straight hellraiser.
Ooh.
You know, before, I'm just being honest, that's what she was. Every little thing went on, you know, there was an argument or some sort of crazy debate over, you know, stuff that didn't make sense. And I think my finger's in the way. Oh, anyway, so you know, that one didn't last long. So it was soon after that I went off into my whole state. Matter of fact, you know, it was Cameron's mother was the one that I was with at that time.
Okay.
And, you know, we just didn't get along. And soon after that, you know, I went off into the, you know, first come, first serve stage, so to speak.
In the streets.
Yeah, that's where I was at, you know, on that level. And so that was, you know, so now the question was we saved?
This one was, what was the
just
difference
like what was the
between
what was the difference between this relationship
or
this marriage?
Oh my goodness. Again, she was a straight hellraiser, like I stated. I apologize. I'm short mind. Look, I ain't too long got off work hard today. I had to do about
you good.
It's all right.
But anyway, yeah, exactly. What had happened was, like I said, she was, you know, she wasn't the one, you know, and when and Salika was, I don't know, she reminds me of my mother as far as her personality. She's got a real sweet personality. And I believe that was the thing that one of the things that drew me. That's, you know, that was, again, it was like night and day between her and the last one I was with.
And it's funny he say that, because I reminded him of his mother and he reminded me of my father, and that he was a real caretaker. I mean, anything I needed, he was there for me. I mean, so
that's awesome.
That's a beautiful thing.
I know, right?
Y'all crazy. Y'all is crazy. Y'all crazy.
So with that being said, though, did y'all have different expectations that y'all had of one another once y'all saw each other? Like, y'all came to a point where it's like, okay, I expect this from you versus what I expected from my last person. Like, how was that?
Well, myself, I didn't, because what I was getting from the last guy was nothing to compare to what I was actually getting from Marcus. Nothing compared to that.
That's awesome.
So
now, when you say expecting something, go into a little bit more detail. You were saying.
So expectations. So do you want to explain that, Jay?
So like basically meaning like, was there certain things where it's like, oh, okay, well, hey, she better do this, or if she don't do this, it's a no-go. Like that type of thing.
Yeah. Like she gotta do this.
Right. Well, I felt that. I felt that's what you were saying. I just want to be sure. Yeah, well, I did. I felt like, another thing that drew me, I noticed she could cook.
Come on.
So if she can cook, that means I can eat.
Hey.
So that was one of the things that I was looking forward to. Once we're married, she gonna cook or something so we can eat. If she cook, keep the house clean. You ain't got to go nowhere. Just make sure that go down, and I'll take it from there. Just make sure we got something to eat, and when I come home, the house is clean. That's all I look for. And not that and even in that, I don't want to jump ahead or anything, but not saying that you better have this done or you better have this done. Because a lot of times she come home, and it's funny. I'm learning. It's 4 years going on 5, so I'm definitely learning how to be a husband. And so, I come home sometimes. Well, in the mornings before I leave, I'll see what kind of mood she's in the morning. If she's in a, kind of shaky mood, she don't know that until just now. I'll say, you want to just get something to eat? You know what I'm saying? When you ain't got to cook, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We just get something. We ain't broke today. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
we ain't hoping that. Don't get it twisted now. We ain't got no big, but we can eat out though today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not every day, but we can eat out today.
Right.
So I try to give a break in that. A lot of mornings I get up. Sometimes I see the kitchen hadn't been swept or something. I sweep, mop it before I go to work. So I share in that too. So it's not so much as even though I expect that from her, it's not to the point where you better have or you better do.
Okay.
Right. It's a give and take. So I have to even let's see, far as material things and things of that nature. I don't look for a whole lot. I don't look for nothing. Matter of fact, my wardrobe is basically through her. She dresses me because she makes me buy clothes. She makes me get clothes. She'll go get me clothes because I won't get them. And I don't know if she. Well, I'm pretty sure she expects me to take care of her. Ain't nobody else to it. But at the same time, I don't know. She's not someone that's pushed me to, you need to get me this, you need to get me that. We don't have that type of, I'm going to say flaw. That would be a flaw, in our relationship. We it's just that, she knows to give, I give, we both are givers, and so that's where we are, and I guess that helps with the expectations too, because we don't mind doing whatever for one another, and it makes it easier for us to meet whatever role that we're supposed to be, whatever our role is, as a husband and wife. I'm here, she's here with Cameron, so she makes sure he gets his schoolwork done or whatever. But I'll take Cameron to school on the days they allow him to go to school, Thursday and Friday. So she ain't got to get up out of bed and go do it. I'll do it. I'm gonna be up anyway. It's a I don't know, it's a give and take. I guess I don't know. I don't think I'm really explaining it good enough, but
you're doing perfect.
It makes sense.
No, you're doing excellent, honestly.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a give and take. Like I said, when he's here, she makes sure he gets his breakfast and he gets his schoolwork done when he's here through the week. And then when he's got to go to school, I get up, I make sure he gets up, brush your teeth and all, make sure he get ready, put it, get your clothes together. You should have them together the night before. I do all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm also the one that pushes let's see. I believe that I know she expects this from me, to control things within the home, far as the atmosphere. Make sure everything is straight, as far as attitudes and that nature. She, if somebody ain't doing something, Marcus, you need to, can you say this or can you say that? She expects that from me. And even in that, I would say that's a give and take, because there's certain situations, I don't want her to feel like she has to run to me for every little thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of these things, you know, you can just take care of, and if there's an issue, come see me. I'll straighten it, you know. So she expects for me to be the provider, the protector, the comforter, and whatnot. And I expect for her to be the nurturer of the two. She makes sure that the household is straight. You know what I'm saying? And so, and we're growing in this. This is a role that we have to grow in. It ain't always, you know, we still struggle in some areas, you know, but we're getting better. We're getting better.
Absolutely. And that was actually another part of the question. What are some of the challenges you guys actually had before marriage and even in marriage? What are some of those challenges?
Well, let's see. Before marriage and in marriage. I guess one of my main things is always being before him a family person. So it was hard for me to like let go of them in a sense. So that was one of the things I had to do, and I'm still working in that, you know. But so yeah, that's one of my main things that I'm have worked on, and I'm still working on.
I ain't had no issue with that. I ain't had that issue. I holler. You know, I love my mom and dad, you know, but it's you know, it can be a hellacious atmosphere over there. So it wasn't hard for me to depart from that. I believe her family's a little bit they're not on that level, so to speak. But the difference is that there on her side, you know, she was kind of being we being real. She was a lot of times she kind of let you know, just told you that I reminded her of her father. The reason why he was there to do all the things, whatever she needed, this, that, and the other. And I believe it was hard for her to let that go. And, you know, and I believe sometimes it still can be a struggle, but it's hard to let that go because he was there first doing those things. He was there first, you know, from, you know, beginning to you know, until we got married. And, you know, we've had issues where, you know, the father has, you know, been first before me. And, you know, so we, you know, we had to call that out and straighten it and whatnot. But I believe it was a struggle for her. Like I said, for me, you know, I love y'all, but, you know, I ain't come back.
Right. I feel
you know, I'll go visit. Don't get it twisted. I'll go visit, you know, and this, that, and you know, I don't stay long though. I might go over, you know, unless they invite me for Thanksgiving dinner or something special like that. We go over, we sit, we talk and laugh, and I bounce. You know, I get me a plate to go. And it
to go play.
Out to go play, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gone, you know, but that's just it. Why? Because of the atmosphere and how, you know, I don't need that spirit on me. So I choose not to be around it too long, and I choose not to let my son go around it. You know, but so often. And when he goes, you know, he can't stay long, you know, because I mean, he can't be around it. He don't know. So I can't, you know, explaining it to him is like, you know, it's like Chinese to him. Like, well, I don't understand that. What are you talking about? You know, I want to see Mama. I want to see Papa. You know, but I know I don't went a little deeper than y'all.
No, it's good.
I mean, listen.
But at the same time,
your truth is your truth.
Yeah, but yeah. And so anyway, it wasn't hard for me to depart from that. And again, I believe because her family's not quite as, you know, hellacious in that area, it's hard for her to kind of let some of them go. And then the reason why, you know, it's not good for her, I believe, is because, well, I know some of their beliefs is just a tad bit off. And So that throws things away, because you can't follow that and then follow me too. You can't follow me. We're not on the same page. If we're not on the same page, you can't follow him, because he ain't doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't go over there. You know, just like the pastor, we can't. If pastor ain't following Christ, we ain't got no business following him.
That's right.
You feel me? So we ain't on the same level. We can't be together. You know. So again, but when you brought up in that, and that was what you was, you know, you taught to serve no matter what. Right or wrong, you know, it's hard to depart from that. You know, that's what you brought up, and that's what you were depending on. It reminds me, I know I'm going a little deeper than y'all. Good grief. I know I talk a lot too. Y'all done got me started.
It's okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I was looking at this show called it was Street Gangs, and it was the Bloods and the Crips. And they were talking about, I think it was the Crips, and they were talking about how they, you know, the mother wasn't doing right, or this, that, and the other, or the mother didn't have, so, you know, this dude in the street, you know, he feed you, he give you clothes and this, that, and the other. So then he tell you, look, man, we're gonna go over here, we're gonna spray up this, whatever. He said, well, this dude feeding you, this dude clothing you, what you gonna do? You gonna go. Why? This dude taking care of you, even though he is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard for them they can't come out of that, because that's what they're loyal to that now. And and you know, even though it's wrong, and they know it's wrong, you know, a lot of them just, you know, nah, man, this is my boy, he do this for me, do that for me, and they look at these people as fathers, you know. And I ain't saying her daddy that bad, I ain't saying all that now, you know. but I'm just saying, you know, some of his beliefs are not what's right.
Absolutely.
Right. So that's why I went all the way around the bend, just to say.
It's all good.
That being said, did y'all have examples of godly relationships or godly marriages?
Yeah, without a doubt, I did. Through past, that was all I had. That's bad, ain't it?
It's all right.
You know, well, I can say, I'm gonna say, oh man, I can say my uncle.
Excuse me.
My uncle and his wife, I believe they have a godly, there was a godly example. I wasn't around them that often. I can't say that with my own parents though. My mom, but you know, it wasn't from both ends.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I know.
Yeah, my parents were. My father pastored my former church, and yes, and my mom, she taught us. You know, she got us. They taught us. So
that's good.
Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, because of the examples that you guys had or did not have, did it help your marriage? You know, by seeing those things, and were you guys able to pull from what y'all saw and put it in your own marriage, or did you have to kind of like come up with it along the way to make it good for you?
Well, everything I saw my mom do for my father, I did for him, and he loves it.
He said it's the meal for me.
Yeah. That's good.
So, and then my father being a caretaker, everything he did, my husband does now. So
well, that's that I see, you know, from, like I said, from the marriage, you know, my mom and dad, that I didn't want to bring into mine, but I did, so to speak, because I was brought up in it, so it was kind of embedded in me. I can again, I've gotten a lot better with it, but early on, you know, about certain things, I can go into flip mode, like I said, and that was my dad, you know, and I know that just kind of like carried on, because that's what I saw him do, you know, and I didn't go to the extreme that he has gone to, but, and he's never hit my mom that I know of, but still, you know, I brung that in, and that's something that I truly hate, and Lord, remind me of who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing on a daily basis. You know, that's one of my prayers in the morning, to keep me reminded of what I'm supposed to be doing. I have a mission here, and I can't serve as your disciple if I'm all out of whack. You know, and doing things of that nature is not your nature. That means I can't be in your will if that's the case.
That's right.
So I concentrate. So I pull, and I believe I got that example from watching Pastor, you know, and even other men in the church, you know, McNeil's, man, you know, McNeil, that dude, that's something special, man. Love that dude to death, man. But I watch him and I learn from him. He don't know it all, you know. I don't really tell him, but I be peeping in the game, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, and just listen to certain things he tells me, you know, and just in our conversation, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what's up. I'm gonna try that. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm learning from these guys, man. That's why I love the men at the church, man, because they're people that we can, you know, that I can learn from. In order for me to have a better marriage. See, they got longevity. I don't know how long. I think McNeil's been married about
16 years. 16. That'll be 17 in February.
17 in February, and then you know, Pastor's got what 22,
23, something like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I watch these cats, man. You know, and I, you know, you get up and preach one thing, but what you're doing after that, and I watch him, and it's all real. You know, so I see that and I said, okay, well, his marriage is good, but he tells me about the bad times too. You know, we hear that why is he preaching? You know, what it wasn't always this way. You know, but I had to continue to be godly. I had to continue to love my wife in spite of and I'm pretty sure it was the same thing with her. She's got to continue to love me in spite of how I may be acting, you know. And as we continue to hold on to God and trust in Him and want to try to follow Him on more and more on a daily basis, then we'll become stronger. We'll have a stronger relationship, and that's what's happening. Like I said, when we first come in, probably the first few years, you know, flip mode easily, you know, and saved, you know. But I had that flaw. And so again, watching those guys has allowed me to work on me or convict me to work on me in my marriage to be better. So
that's good. That's good. With that being said, when it comes to ministry in general and your marriage, how far along in your marriage was it before you guys got into ministry?
I guess probably about. What do you mean when you say ministry? I mean,
like when you became a deacon. So I know, Miss Wallace, that you said that you used to direct the choir, right? And from that, I know, of course, you guys came on to Frandy Hill, and from there, Deacon Wallace, when did you become a deacon after that process?
I'm gonna say a year, maybe. Probably about a year after we had gotten married. Because I started out. Now, let me tell you, this is y'all about to make me go off in these long stories, man. But I gotta tell you from the beginning, though, Taylor. You know what I'm saying? In order for y'all to get it, though. Okay, now I wasn't married. And I was usher. I was ushering. I was the usher. And was I over the vans? I was over the vans, so I guess I was a trustee too. So anyway, I was an usher. I do remember that. I was an usher.
Yeah, you was trustee.
And again, I was in the whole stage as an usher. And I said, I went to Pastor and I said, Pastor, man, I need to step down, man. I ain't doing right.
Wow.
And he looked at me, he says, why don't you just stop?
Hey, that sounds like something he would say. Just stop. Yeah.
I I said, okay. I got you. But it was funny because soon after that, that's when she showed up. You know, so it's like Lord gave me, you know, he put her in my way. Okay, well, here's your this is what you need right here. In order for, you know, you got to make the decision. What you're gonna do? You're gonna do what's right. I'm gonna give you what you need. You're gonna do what's right, or you continue to do what's wrong. So I stopped. Like I said, I got with her, but anyway, I was ushering, I guess you want to call it a ministry. I went productive in the league. And what was crazy is that it's funny because even in doing that, I would still be at this is what you call a fake Christian. I was at work telling other guys about the Lord. How in the world I'm gonna do that? Hoeing. What kind of witness am I?
Man.
You know, so that was crazy. But I remember doing that. But the Lord convicted me so hard one day. I went up to I was getting my seats. I had a BMW. I was getting my seats done, have them customized and all this. And I'm coming through. I pull up in my Explorer, and I'm bumping Jeezy. I'm bumping Jeezy, right? The dude knew that I was at least an usher at the church. And he say, hey man, don't you go to the church? Don't you go to church? I say, yeah. He say, I see you bumping Jeezy. And he didn't say nothing else, but he didn't have to. That was enough. I was like, but that hit hard. And I believe that right then, I believe that's when I went and told Pastor, I got to go, man. This ain't right. I believe that was what happened. But anyway, he just said, just stop. But anyway, again, I was ushering in this, that, and the other, but I had to rededicate my life. Once I rededicated my life, that's when, again, things began to turn around for us and turn around for me. And all those other things stop faking it, stop being a fake Christian, you know. And I think, I was an usher, and it was after we soon got married after that. And when we got married is when, I think it was a year after we got married, is when Pastor said we was in the middle of and it was funny because I had been getting confirmation. I got confirmation from a lady I don't even know. One of them was one of the women. I don't know if y'all remember Minister Ivy. They were up in, anyway, they had a youth revival at the church, and she was preaching, and she comes up to me and she says, I'm at the door ushering, and she's people all up front and the kids up front, whatnot, and I'm at the door ushering, and she bypasses all of them. She comes to me, she says, the Lord needs a yes from you. And I'm like, yeah, sure. You know?
I don't even know what I'm
Whatever
saying.
you say.
I don't know what to talk about, but okay. You know what I'm saying? And she said, the Lord wants a yes. I said, okay, yes, yes. So she said, well, pick up the mantle and run with it. And I said, okay. I ain't have a clue what you talking about. You know, so I went to talk to Pastor because he was sitting in the back. And he said the mantles, what, you know, Isaiah, whatnot, these the priests and whatnot back in the day, that's what they had. They had on these, they were covers, like a so what? Yeah, it's kind of like a rope, but you pull over it showed them, it showed that they was in some sort of high position.
Yeah.
And
is that like the E5? Kind of like the E5?
No, talking about the actual covering. It's like
oh, okay, never mind.
Drapes,
right.
drape.
But
things.
people look like priests and kings, things that these
gotcha.
people like that, they wore this. And so when he explained it to us, I said, oh, okay, that's what's up. All right. Still, I would, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, this one talking crazy. So anyway, I think it was maybe 2 months after that, I was on a job site, and one of my friends came up with his new girlfriend, which is now his wife, came up, and she said, she's looking at me, and she's like, she says, you a preacher? I said, no, I ain't no preacher, just like that. That's how I said it. I said, no, I ain't no preacher. You know, I was offended. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I ain't no preacher. And she says, well, you gonna be a preacher or something. You gonna be something. And I looked at him like, you done picked a nut. You know, she ain't something wrong with this woman. You know, and you know, but after that, I think it was maybe if it was a couple of weeks down the road or if longer, a little bit longer, maybe. We're in church in Bible study, and Pastor points me out, and he said, "The Lord told me to tell y'all that Brother Marcus, and he actually pointed at my uncle, was going to be deacons, but it ended up being McNeil, or maybe he pointed at McNeil. I know he was in there, but I thought he pointed at my uncle. But anyway, he said these two guys. The Lord told me to tell y'all that these two are going to be deacons, and I was like, you know, something is, I can't even. I've already heard it. You know, a couple of, you know, this is like the third time, you know, within the past year that I've gotten this. So, you know, I'm gonna pick up the mantle and run with it. But when he gave me that, man, it was like, I definitely can't make no mistakes. So guess what happened? I made mistakes. You know, I mean, what nothing serious that man would look at as being serious, but it was things like you're not listening to God, doing it my way type thing. You know, is where I was flawed, making where my flaws were. Doing certain things I ended up, and it cost me. It cost me money. It cost me time with building a relationship with him of trust. You know, because it was lack of trust is the reason why I wasn't doing what I supposed to have been doing. You know, so you got to go through something. You know, in order for your trust to be, let him just try him, you know, and I was scared to try him in certain things, and I would go and do it on my own, and then I'll pay for it. And then it was funny because every time I do something, Pastor preach about it.
Dang. So you was getting that whipping.
Yeah, man.
Right.
He would kill me, man. You know, I was like, oh man, for real, man, you know. And you know, and sometimes he would say something to me, and sometimes he wouldn't, you know. But he already knew. The Lord was definitely telling him what was going on with me. But again, I was being developed. And so now I'm, you know, as I'm, you know, moving on, and it's crazy, man, because I just see I want to do more for the Lord now. I want to do more. Like I said, when I get up in the mornings, you know, one of the things is, what can I do? You know, be a better husband, a better father, a better deacon, a better Christian.
Absolutely.
You know, what we're doing today? Basically, that's my attitude. What we're gonna do today?
Absolutely.
You know, I know there's somebody out there you want me to bless or something. You know, and I believe he rewards me for that, because even though some days we don't, you know, I don't do anything. I don't think I do anyway. But this is how one of the rewards that he's given me is, I don't know, it's probably about a week ago. It's an older white lady. She's probably in her, Miss Pam's probably about 73, 74. Anyway, these people don't know that I'm a Christian or a deacon or none of this other stuff. But I normally talk to them about God and certain things, you know, or just life in general and how God sees it. And the lady wanted to keep one of her daughter's not acting right. She wanted to keep the baby and this, that, and other. I said, you know, you 70 some odd years old. You don't need that type of stress. What you need to do is be a grandmother. You can do what you want. You need to be a grandmother. Get on the weekends. You get tired of, you can send her back. You know,
that's right.
You don't need to try to keep I mean, I'm talking about a newborn baby.
You
don't need
that's a lot.
70 some odd years old, you don't need that stress. Well, a week ago, now I told her this probably about 2 months ago. Well, a week ago, she calls me and she's calling me from the hospital, telling me that she's done had 4 heart attacks, and she's calling to check on me. Now I'm like, she's calling to check on me, but I know what it was. What it was is that she was warned, you don't need that type of stress on you. And I just believe that that's the reason why she called me. Like, you told me, and if I would have had that baby, this what probably would have happened. She didn't go off and all that. She said, I'm just calling to check on you, Marcus. She said, I'm just not coming back in, remembering people, because I didn't remember my husband when I got woke up and this, that, and the other, but I came to mind, and she called me, but she ain't the only one. I'm just telling you, this is one of the words the Lord gives to me, because I'm like, man, that's big, Lord, that, you have, she's calling me. That makes me feel good. I must have said something, Another one is this, another white lady, oh goodness, I can't think of her name right now. But she's every bit of 60, I know. But she was brutally raped by a black man when she was younger. This woman will come up and hug me. I mean, I'm sweating and nasty smelling from cutting grass. And she would come up and hug me, behind, just something I said to her. And I don't even know what I said. She just want to say, I just want to say thank you. And, so I see where I am ministering. I'm not preaching in the church and I'm not doing all this, but I'm out and I'm ministering to people, and my platform is my business.
Absolutely.
I'm allowed to touch a lot of folk, and it's just amazing, man. It's amazing. So I ain't gonna say I'm their deacon, but I'm somebody they can look up to,
Absolutely.
To talk to. So, my ministry, I guess it did start, which was the question, was when after we got married. That's when I became a deacon, and that's when things took off in that area as far as me speaking to people. So
that's good.
I know I talk a lot.
That's a word.
You're good.
Man,
It's all good. It's all good. Is it my
no, but I think
I'm about to say.
I think it's mine. But no,
Okay.
I was just gonna say that I think it's a testament as far as how God works, because sometimes we expect him to work a certain way, and it's like, nah, the way you think I'm gonna work a completely different way.
Exactly.
So it's a testament to that. So definitely,
Absolutely.
I appreciate your obedience. I definitely appreciate y'all, because I look at y'all like an uncle, right? So I appreciate y'all's obedience. I don't believe.
I love y'all to death, man. Y'all my people.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And we love you.
Thank you.
I do want to ask though, so with everything, like at this point, with y'all journey that y'all have gone on at this point in marriage and everything, is it everything that y'all expected it to be at this point?
I can't even say I was looking for. I don't think I thought that far ahead, Jay, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm just taking it as it comes.
Yeah.
So it was like head first, you were just going in and see what it's about to be about.
I was planning for it to be this way or planning for it to be that way. All I know is that what I'm supposed to be doing and what I expected her to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And let the chips fall where they may, I guess, so to speak. But I don't know. I can't say that I haven't really looked that far into it. Is this what I'm happy if that's the question.
That's it.
That part.
Sometimes that's all that matters. That's it.
Yeah, that's honestly.
So I guess it's working out. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's working out. Because I am happy.
I would say so. Y'all got 5 years under your belt. I mean, hey,
I'm about
working.
to say.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's interesting though, because a lot, especially us young folks, we do have these expectations or these views of how marriage is going to be, and it's interesting that you said you didn't though. So that's completely different, because we grow up looking at Disney movies, princess, prince, and it's like, okay, that's how it's gonna be, but. Even now, I still have, of course, I have expectations, but I have this view on how marriage is going to be. But I think sometimes that can be dangerous because your expectations and stuff can really fight against how God is trying to actually, I guess, shape your marriage in the way that needs to work for you and your significant other. So.
Well, how I look at that, I'm glad you said that, but how I look at that is that when you do that, and it's just me, if I was to do that, when it don't go the way that I think it should go, then I feel like there's either something wrong with me or something wrong with her.
Right.
Because then something's wrong. Because we supposed to be where I want it, where it needs to be. This is where drink all my life. This is what I wanted to be. I saw Prince Charming. I seen what's the woman that's up in the tower and the dude go up and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Romeo and Juliet type deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm looking for, and you doing it wrong. Something you ain't right. You know, because 9 times out of 10 we ain't gonna look at us. We gonna look at the other person and
That's
say,
true.
You doing something wrong. I don't know what it is, but you got to get yourself together. Cause I mean, you know, I'm looking for my, you know, my queen to be and all this. And it ain't where you at right now. You know.
Yeah.
You know, you said queen to be.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, I'm glad that I didn't though. You know, I'm glad that I didn't, because then, you know, it would make it harder on us.
That's
you know, if I went into it with it like that, man, it's because you're not going to give the other person a chance to be who they are, you know, and learn who they are and be okay with who they are, you know, because you're going to keep fighting against, you're supposed to be this way, you're supposed to be that way. I dreamt all this, you know, since birth or whatever, you know. Since I first had a dream, you know, and you're not meeting it, you know, this ain't gonna, you know, I believe a lot of people have to get divorces through that too, you know, because it ain't working out the way they thought it should work out. You know, for one, they ain't got God in it without a doubt, but you know, they just didn't think that, you know, they would work out the way that they felt like it should work out. And because you know, I want a divorce. You know, you ain't the right one. I thought you was the one, but you ain't him. You know, you didn't come in. I thought you was on a white horse, but that was a donkey. You know, so
right.
They're planning the donkey.
Yeah, I'm just saying you tricked me. You know, you tricked me. You ain't the one. You know, instead of
no, and it's funny because I just heard this morning on 106.9, and a lady was talking about she and her husband had been married for a year, and they were about to get divorced. I was like, what? It's 1 year, and I'm like, and she just basically like what we're speaking. They both had false expectations of one another, and unfortunately, it was cut off where. And I was like, I just like, Lord, I hope that they spoke something to this young lady.
Yes.
You can't just give up after a year, you know.
Yeah,
because it's a lot more to do and to see after even 2, 3, 4, 5 years. That's crazy. But that's our generation. I mean,
but you said it though. You said, you know, you said it though, you know, because I got these expectations.
Yeah.
And when you got these expectations, you looking for that stuff to go down. You know, just like on your wedding, you're expecting your wedding day to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Even at night or whatever. So people plan their lives that way. And, you know, so here we go, you know, we got a whole life to live, and you want me to be this whoever it is you done dreamt up, you know, and I didn't get the memo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so that's just it. We have to, I wouldn't put all that, you know, I would expect for him to be someone that's going to provide for me, someone that's going to take care of me, protect me, lead me in a godly manner. Those are the expectations. They need to be spiritual principles, spiritual expectations, more so than fleshly. When we do it fleshly, you're gonna screw it all up. Listen, what was it, Prince Charming and all them were all fairy tales.
Yeah,
that's word.
Leave it right there.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah,
that's real.
I think, and honestly, I think they really answered that next question. So I think we can go right here to the last question, because they knocked that 6th one out the park.
I got one though. Did y'all have any reservations before getting married to one another?
Yeah,
that making y'all think. Come on.
Well, I mean, I wanted to be certain that his doggish days were definitely behind him. We went through some things even while dating, so some very harsh things while we were even dating. So
Yep. So, you know, I again, you know, it wasn't until I had to go through some I was, like I said, I'm still developing. it was hard to let some things go. It wasn't, even though I shut the women down, there was still a time or two I went back. It wasn't like it was, but still I done it. So it ain't no, you really can't put it was okay on it without a doubt. But or you can't really say it was better now that I think about it, because if you still do it, even though it wasn't like it was, if it still happened, then it's still the same thing. You still home. Whether it's 1, 2 times or a million times, it doesn't matter. You still home. So I did dip off into that, and I had, after that though, when because the Lord told on me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He told on me. He did. I didn't, because this was my thing, and I believe I had to say it was an addiction. I hear pastors say it's an addiction. Says that's that one thing it had him, and I'm gonna tell you, I can remember after one of those episodes, and I can remember saying, "Lord, I can't marry her. What the world?" I remember crying out to him saying, "What the world, man? How am I going to get out? How am I going to get out of this?" She don't know anything, but it's eating me up so bad. How am I gonna get out of this? I can't. This ain't right. And so he told on me. And when he done it, I was grateful. It was like a load. When she found out, it was like a load just lifted up for me.
You was just waiting. You was waiting.
Yeah, I was like,
but then the load came on me.
Yeah, because she felt bad, and I understood that, which brought up the reservation. But that was one of the reasons why, because I knew I wanted to marry her, but at the same time I couldn't in the state that I was in, and I didn't know how to get out of it. I did not know how to get out of it. It was. I know that sounds kind of crazy. Like all you gotta do is just confess, but it ain't that easy.
I mean,
right?
No. It is. Sometimes it's not though.
Consequences is coming behind that, and we don't always want to face the consequences.
That's right.
So, but when it was revealed to me that she found out, and she asked me, so I told her. When she asked me, I told her. But she had to ask me first. Once she asked me, I told her, and we went to pastor, talked to pastor, and he actually put our marriage on hold for 6 months. That's why it was a year, because it was 6 months after we had dated is when we. But anyway, and he put our marriage on hold for 6 months, and of course, it was absolutely nothing after that, because I was not about to put myself, and never have. In the last 4 and a half, going on 5 years, I can honestly say, never even thought about it. Of course, you got crazy thoughts that come in your mind, but nothing that I would want to act on.
Right.
But yeah, because I remember, who I used to be. I can't forget that. But at the same time, it's nothing that I want to act on. And for one, I love my wife, but I can't, and I know this, it's gonna sound what would you call it, or religious or Christian-y, or however you want to put it, but I don't want to hurt the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
that's true.
I do enough already. I feel, just my attitude snapping off. You know what I'm saying? He don't like that about me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. Well, that's what convicts me to change that, is because I know he don't like that. So I'm definitely not going to do that the way he gonna be mad at me and her too.
That's real.
And then I'm gonna tell you another thing too. Then he gonna tell pastor. So guess what pastor gonna do? He gonna preach about you.
Absolutely, you already know. You got to.
So you got all this to look forward to when you make a decision to mess up. You know what I'm saying? And it's not something it's not even a mess up. It's something you done purposely. And so a mess up is a mistake. That's not a mistake. You had to plan this out to make it go down. So this is something that was planned, it was premeditated. So that's not something I don't even think about going. Like I said, I see pretty girl. I'm pretty sure she see handsome men and this, that, and the other too. You know what I'm saying? But not to the point of where I want to pursue them.
Right.
You know, I'm like, you know, she look nice, you know, and I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure she do the same thing. She ain't gonna tell me that though. Even here in the podcast, she ain't gonna admit. She is not gonna admit to it.
She gotta be quiet about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. But I honestly say, yeah. Excuse me. And so, but anyway, yeah, I guess that's it. That's it.
Okay.
You got something?
Well, just the other thing was your, like you just speaking, your attitudes and your times when you just, you know.
Yeah.
So those are my reservations.
Okay.
The women and his outbursts.
Okay.
I got you.
Cool.
I got you. So at this point, considering your journey, considering everything you done been through at this point, what advice would you give to young people who are either in relationships looking to get married or young couples who are already married?
Those that are looking to get married, like Pastor, you know, everything that Pastor speaks, don't go marry somebody that ain't got nothing. You know, I ain't saying he got to be, you know, holding a bunch of money, nothing like that, but he need to have some type of goals. He need to have some type of vision for y'all, financially, because that's when a lot of divorces come in is because of the finances. And so, you know, when ain't no finances, no romance. That's what they say.
Yeah. Y'all know about it.
Yeah.
No
So anyway, you know, don't marry somebody that's broke, man. You know, like I said, when I say broke, again, it's not, you know, they need to have millions of dollars and all this other stuff, but they need to have a plan and they need to have a job. They need to be working. They need to be working towards something, some type of career. You need to make sure that they're godly. Make sure that they're man of God. Go to church with them. See how they act in church and out of church. You know, same with the woman. You know, see how they are in and out. Of course, you can't live with them. You really don't know a person till after you live with them. But I'm gonna say, you know, spend as much time around them as you can, because sooner or later, especially, and I'm gonna say give it at least 6 months before you decide to say I do or whatever. You know, because somewhere down the line, whoever they are is gonna show up. If you're around them long enough, you're gonna get to see it. And that'll give you an idea what it is that you're going to have to maybe go, what you're going to probably be going into when you get married. Her dad didn't want her to marry me because he heard me flip on the phone about something. I don't even know what it was about, but anyway, I went off.
Well, he didn't hear you. My sisters heard you.
Okay. Well, they went back.
Told him.
They went and told him, and so he didn't want us to get married and this, that, and the other. And so when you do, just know who it is that you're dealing with. And even in marriage, you know, you still going, even though if you make a decision to marry this person, you know, they're godly and whatnot, and they still have flaws. Of course, you know, pray to God, you know what I'm saying, that he point these things out to them to where they see it. You can point it out, but it's not like God pointed it out. When God points it out to them, that's when a person really said, "Oh, okay, you're right." But this is what had to happen to me. He had to point it out to me and say, "You ain't right, man." You know, and in that, of course, the conviction, you know, saying, "Lord, I failed you." In my mind, "Lord, I failed you." Darn, you know, and I got to make this right. So now I got to apologize to who I offended, and then I gotta, you know, first to him, and then to whoever I offended, her or whoever. And so anyway, you know, get this person, if you're gonna marry this person, and you know that they have certain flaws that you don't care about, ask God, is this the one that's supposed to be married? Is this the one is he the one or not? You know, is she the one or not? You know, he'll let you know. You know, I see this one thing, but I don't know if that's enough to turn around or what, or do I keep going? Do I give this a chance? So when you ask God, he'll let you know. And again, while you're in marriage, pray for your spouse, pray for your wife, pray for your husband. Me and Slick and I, like I said, the first few years or whatever, we didn't pray together. We just recently started praying together each morning.
Wow.
Every morning I get up and I say my individual prayer. That's just what I do. As soon as I wake up, I believe in giving God first fruits. So
come on, shut up.
I'll turn the TV. We sleep with the TV on. I'll turn the TV off or turn it down. And I pray. Sometimes I pray, and you don't have to be laid, sprawled out on the floor. Speaking in tongues, slobbing all over, messing your seats up and all that. You ain't got to be doing all that, man. I talk to God just like me and you talking just now, like right now. Lord, I highly appreciate you waking me up this morning. I really do. It's just good to be in another day, be a part of another day that you have made. What we gonna do today? What's the mission for the day? Along with, bless my wife and the kids and, the church. I pray for pastor them this is every morning. This is my routine. And then, after I do all that, I get up, wash up or whatever, you know what I'm saying, brush teeth, all that stuff there. Then I go and I get her and I say, you ready to pray? You want to go ahead and pray this morning. And most of the times I lead it, but the Spirit, if it feels led, I'll ask her to lead the prayer, but I believe that deepens the relationship between husband and wife, especially when you're praying for your wife and your wife is praying for you. It's just showing right out love, that you really care for this person to the point where you're taking them to God and you let them know, I'm taking you to God. I want you to be better. I want to be better for you. We need to be better for one another. So again, learn to pray together.
The topic, the question.
No, it's part of it, really, because I'm sorry. I'm thinking it's part of it though, because you ask it. This is what you ask. You ask me in a relationship, what would my advice be, right?
Yeah.
Pray together. So I'm speaking of the reasons why you can pray together. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I know. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna explain stuff now. Y'all got to know this.
Yeah.
We already know. It's okay.
But go ahead, honey.
Well, let me say, as far as a woman looking for a man, make sure the man is taking care of what he needs to take care of. Because I hear so many young girls be speaking about, well, he don't do this, he don't do that. I'm like, well, that might be somebody you don't need to be with.
Right.
The guy, on the other hand, will say, well, I see around her house, she don't cook, she don't clean, she don't do anything. I said, well, if she don't do it now, you think she gonna do it when the two of you get married? So that might be your answer on that. So
that's
the
real.
signs, he'll show you the signs of what it is that you're getting yourself into. So then after that, it's your choice what you're gonna do, and you can't. That's why Pastor said you knew what you had before you got in it. What you mad about it now for, because you made the decision to get saved and they did. You knew we wouldn't say when you got married.
That's real.
So here you go. This is what you asked for this. All you can do is stand in for them and pray that they turn it around. But anyway, because she said, I'm getting off subject. I don't want to get off subject. But anyway, y'all.
It's all right.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's basically it.
Okay. It's
Got
all good.
you.
We just really appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely gave me some different perspectives on a couple of things.
Same.
And yeah, y'all definitely bless me. Jay.
God be the glory.
That's for sure. Definitely, I want to say y'all thank y'all so much. And that I love y'all so much. Like I said, I look at y'all like an uncle. Like y'all, every time I see you, they go, Jake, it's just so funny. But I can definitely say I thank y'all so much, and I thank God for blessing y'all in our lives. And definitely thank y'all for sharing your wisdom. And just being honest and being willing to do so. So I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Right. I appreciate y'all guys, man, for what y'all do and what y'all bring to the platform that y'all have, man. Y'all got an opportunity to reach out to a lot of folk, man, and gain a lot of wisdom, you know, to pass on to other folk through this platform that y'all have. So I do know that it's definitely God given from the first time I seen it on Facebook and listened to y'all guys. I knew, this is a God given ministry. You know, so to God be the glory, man. Y'all guys just continue to press on. You know, I pray that whatever God's expectations of the ministry is, not yours, but God.
Right. Exactly.
And I pray that is met. You know, it's something, I don't know. It's y'all guys just go together too, man. It's crazy. Y'all guys, I mean, it's like, I don't know. What do you call? Oh goodness, I can't.
Not PB&J.
I was thinking the same thing.
Say it again.
I said not PB&J.
Yeah, that peanut butter and jelly, man. It's just y'all are awesome tasting sandwich, boy. I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah, man. I love y'all guys to death, man. I appreciate you. You know, does my heart joy, you know, especially when y'all coming to the church, then you bringing other folk in and whatnot, man. And it's just, y'all amazing, man. Y'all amazing. It came right in and just fit it right in. You didn't just show up and, you know, you fit in, you fit, you know what I mean, I know that kind of sounds crazy in a way, but y'all guys just fit, man. You know, and so to God be the glory. That's all I know to say. To God be the glory. Ain't nothing but the Lord.
Thank you.
That's all it is. It's the Lord. No, seriously, Pastor prayed for y'all. And he prayed for y'all. And as he prayed for y'all, you came, Daryl and Lolita came, and just a few other people, you know, in behind it just started showing up. You know, he prayed for people that was gonna be real, people that was gonna, you know, want to follow and do the Lord's will. And y'all guys showed up. Y'all showed up, man. So again, thank you. Y'all amazing, man. Y'all amazing.
Yeah, and it's funny because that's what TDJ speaking on this morning about your platform, and it's like God's got to lead you with your platform, and that's I see that's what you are allowing Him to do through your platform.
Without a doubt.
To God be the glory. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
To God be the glory.
Yeah.
We love y'all. We love y'all so much.
Yes, we do. But with that, y'all, that's pretty much all that we have. Cool. We're gonna go ahead and close it on out. Y'all definitely stay tuned. You guys, appreciate y'all for watching, for listening, or whatever y'all doing. Just definitely come back because I'm pretty sure we got some more. I think we got about 2 more couples to record. I don't know when. 2 more. Two more couples to record. I'm not sure where y'all are on the lineup, what y'all listening to, or who, what. Anyway, but y'all keep listening and just remember, like I was saying, in any of the other podcasts or things that you're listening to, every marriage is different. As you've heard, it's going to be different than what our apostle and first lady said. It was different than what the McNeil said. It's going to be different, you know, than everybody else say. But the thing that keeps their marriage together is God, and the fact that they're able to say that they're a woman of God and a man of God, and that's the only thing that matters. So with that, we hope you guys learned something, and y'all take it and apply it to your lives. So with that, that's pretty much it.
All right, thank y'all so much.
We love y'all. I got a question. Yesterday you sent me a link. Is that the link that you wanted me to zoom on to today?
Yeah, that's the same link.
Is that what it was? Okay, I got you. Okay, I didn't know, man. I'm like, why she sending me this? So I zoomed in on it, right? And it was like